Mhm. I went through one of the directories of one of the counties of the United States. Yes. Certain attorneys or professionals are on the various commissions of the Los Angeles County Bar Association. Yes. Kind of went through them, about 70 of them. Yeah. And there seemed to be this idea, because you would have thought that when I emailed all of those involved in protecting the rights of the disabled, the blind, and the deaf, yes, they would realize, yes, that as a citizen, yeah, mentally disabled people do get married and they do get divorced, yes. Now, somebody, if I were blind, the restrained person had actual notice and an opportunity to be heard. No, I didn't. Now, let's say that I wasn't very good at speaking. Yes, I would have had to have an interpreter interpret for the court what it was that I was signing, unless, of course, the court commissioner does understand sign language. Yes. Mhm. And then when the person that was helping me said, well, the protected person didn't sign it. Oh. How can you take my right to keep and bear arms? Yes. Without the actual signature of the petitioner and the protected person. Pooh. Now, a lot of those that are there to protect the rights of the disabled, yes, they might have noticed two different signatures. Oh. Now, let's say I was blind. I didn't see it. Yes. But somebody that has the legal fiduciary obligation to protect the rights of the blind does notice that the two signatures are different. What are they? What should they interpret? One or both of them is a forgery. Yes. Now, I'm not mentally disabled, I'm not blind, and I'm not deaf. But if any individual that receives compensation from the state of Washington right now, they themselves will be legally liable for allowing forgeries on court orders. Now, when I said this, I thought I would email some more attorneys. Since I can't get the same access to justice as those that are disabled and minorities. I'm Caucasian. Oh, and oh, this directory, yes, of Los Angeles Bar Association, yes. I emailed them because I've emailed probably 1,000 attorneys throughout the nation. Yes. And for some reason, you think that you can do to a sighted, hearing, not mentally disabled American citizen what used to only be available to those that are mentally disabled, pooch, as in they don't understand court forms. Yes. They can't read them because they're blind. Pooch. They don't understand what the judge is saying because they can't hear. Pow, pow. Now, this is the 2018-2019 Los Angeles Bar Association directory. I am pretty sure that any attorney in the bar associations of each and every county of the United States that has any knowledge of a court issuing court orders, yes, that would violate the rights of the mentally disabled, yes, the blind or the deaf, realizes that it violates the rights of those that are not mentally disabled, yes, those that are not blind and not deaf, yes. And as much as you dislike the thought of me suing every attorney in this nation, I sure the fuck will. Every one of them. Now, it's obvious that a blind person would not see that there is not a signature of the petitioner. Yes. A blind person would not see that these two signatures are different. But any person that is legally obligated to inform them of anything and everything involving their case will be personally liable, as would the agencies that help the disabled. Now, just emailing another 70, possibly 80 individuals in the legal profession, yes, I'm going to sue every fucking one of them, okay? Now, after 2 million emails, yes, it seems to me, yes, that some of those, yes, president-elect, senior vice president, look at William L. Winslow, a public defender who used to be in law enforcement, yes. I was looking at these consent decrees. Hmm. In fact, there was what was known as a justice. Hang on just a second here. I put it on my drive. They had a special speaker that spoke to them. Yes, I think it could be that individual. The picture looks the same, but I didn't actually look at what I had put. Well, as a public defender, yes. When you Now, what do I understand? You decided to issue court orders that you would have to be blind, yes, deaf, and mentally disabled to not understand how criminal this is. I'm suing you. It seems that the county doesn't understand. There are certain things that I can do as an American citizen. I can sue each and every individual in this nation that has the legal or the professional obligation for the enforcement of the laws. I've explained this to the sheriff's department. I've explained it to the police department. What do you not understand? Sheriff, as an American citizen, I have the legal right to sue every individual. Now, you want me to motion a court that's violated my rights for 2,652 days. You want me to say that the only remedy that I have, Calgill, is to motion a court where I provided a screen print, yes, that I was not given any due process in 2011, where I was not given any notice of court hearings before you had a dissolution of marriage. For any blind person to not get notice of their own divorce, you'd immediately get sued from those in the American Disability Act. For all of those deaf individuals that are somewhat mute, their enunciation of words obligates them to use sign language. Yes, an interpreter would have to be provided. Now, what the fuck don't you understand about what I have the legal right to do? What don't you understand, Sheriff? I've explained to you that as an American citizen, everything I've said has been true. I have the legal right to sue you for every fucking thing you'll ever.